What's happening in the world, YouTube and everyone else out there in La La Land. It's me again, Courtney, doing. I just thought I'd just do a quick video about the UFC Lightweight division, about supposed worthy challengers, title contenders, up and comers that might get a shot sometime in the near future. As you know, BJ Penn, UFC Lightweight champ, recently smashed Diego Sanchez. That was the size of the cut on his head. You can see his skull. Yeah, BJ. Everyone knows about BJ. I'm a big BJ fan, but there's guys out there that are looking to challenge him. One of those is in his next fight is going to be Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar is 11-1. I think he's about 5'7". He's quite small. Great wrestler. Great cardio. He's beat Sean Shirk. He's beat Tyson Griffin. And he's only lost one fight, which is against Gray Maynard, another wrestler. Excuse me. His last 5 fights, he's had 4 wins and 1 loss. Out of the 4 wins, 3 were by decision and 1 was via submission. And 1 loss was via decision, and I think that was to Gray Maynard actually. Frank Edgar versus BJ Penn. Frank Edgar could be one of the people that takes BJ Penn down. But, you know, it's BJ Penn's takedown defense is really good, so it's going to be difficult for him. But we'll find out in the next fight. But, yeah, he's one of the challengers to BJ's title. The other challenger coming up is Gray Maynard. He's unbeaten. He's 9-0. He's another great wrestler. Comes out of Extreme Couture, so he has a game plan. But you know, yeah, he's beat. Who's he beat? He's beat Hodja. Hodja could be if he's Brazilian. Roger Huerta. And he beat Nate Diaz recently as well. But he's not really beat. The only ranked, in my opinion, guy, top 10 guy in my opinion that he's beat is Frankie Edgar, and that was in 2008. His last 5 fights, obviously he's unbeaten, so he's all 1-5. All have come via decision. So that, I mean, if you look at the record, it immediately says to me, not great, not entertaining. He might be entertaining for wrestlers and people that know the ground game, but for the casual fan, he won't be entertaining because he will take him down. And you know, if they look at the record. But yeah, he's another great wrestler. That will probably, he might be one of the people to take BJ Penn down. Will he finish him? Different story. But yeah, he's another guy in line. And this next guy, Kenny Florian, has already fought BJ once already. But Ken Flo, he's got a 12-4 record. He's got great Muay Thai. His leg kicks and knees are devastating. He finishes fights. He said so himself. He finishes fights, and it's true. He finishes fights. In his last 5 fights, he's had 4 wins and 1 loss. He's had 3 stoppages and 1 decision. And the only loss that he's had in his last 5 fights was to BJ Penn, which was via rear naked choke, which is no bad thing really. He's beat Joe Lozon, Roger Huerta, Clay Guida, and Joe Stevenson. I was shocked when he beat Joe Stevenson because he made Joe Stevenson look really bad. But Ken Flo, yeah, he's really good. I think he's more. If there was one person I thought that might beat BJ Penn, it would be Kenny Florian. If he uses the right game plan, leg kicks and elbows, you might cut him, cut BJ. Because Kenny Florian likes to use elbows, but he hasn't used them recently in his fights, I don't think. Not that I've seen, I might be wrong. And he's only been finished twice in his career, and that's by BJ Penn and Diego Sanchez. So Kenny Florian, yeah, he may do. The next person I've been thinking about, you know, 2 or 3 fights time, may get a title shot, is Jim Miller. He's got a 16-2 record. He's a grinder. he just keeps going. His cardio is really good. He just keeps going and going and going. He may not have the best stand-up in the world, but when he's got the cardio, if he can get you down, he will tear your head off. He will smash you up. Because this guy, he just keeps going and going and going and going and going. And he's got decent wrestling as well. In his last five fights, he's had 4 wins and 1 loss. In those 4 wins, 2 have come via decision, 1 via injury, so it's TKO sort of, and 1 via submission. And he's only lost in his last 5 fights is to Gray Maynard. So yeah, I think 2 or 3 fights time, I think possibly, if BJ still has the belt, Jim Miller, maybe not. Although I'd like to see a rematch between him and Gray Maynard, and that, that'd be a good showdown. Another person is Joe Stevenson, who's got a 31-10 record. I like Joe Stevenson a lot. I think he's a really good fighter. In his last 5 fights, he's had 3 wins and 1 loss, and 2 losses. One in those 3 wins, 1 via decision, 1 via TKO, and 1 via sub. The 2 losses come via 1 via sub and 1 via decision. Joe Stevenson's really strong, very experienced, got great jiu-jitsu with his sick guillotine, decent cardio. His stand-up's improved. I don't think he was the greatest before, but it's been improved that now. I think he went to Greg Jackson's for his last training camp, so he's improved his, I think, game plans there. And last fight he beat Spencer Fisher. He elbowed him. No, not that elbow. John Jones, not that elbow. You can't come down. He elbowed Spencer Fisher into next week. And yeah, he looked really impressive. He looked like he was taking it easy as well. And Joe Stevenson looked like he was really having fun in there. But yeah, he's another guy I've been thinking about. But they're the guys in the UFC I've been thinking about. Obviously, there's other ones in the UFC coming up. Probably, these are just my opinion. Probably late in the future may get title shots. One of them's Terry Etim. That guy's been kicking people all over the place since he got in the UFC. I think he's a good. I like Terry Etim. Diego Sanchez, obviously with that big gash in his head the size of a flipping crater. I don't know how long it's going to take him to recover. Obviously, so what am I about? He wants to move back up to welterweight. Sean Shirk, if he actually gets off the flipping physio table, may come back into the UFC and start beating people up. Who else is there? Tyson Griffin. I thought this guy would get a title shot sometime soon, but I'm not sure what's happened to him. There's somebody else as well. Clay Guida, I don't know, maybe not. But then there's the other guys outside the UFC. So you've got Ben Henderson, WEC Lightweight Champ. You've got Gilbert Melendez. That's it. Yeah. WEC Lightweight Champ. Gilbert Melendez, Strikeforce Lightweight Champ. Shinya Dream Lightweight Champ. Although personally I think Shinya will get his head knocked clean off by BJ Penn. Although I like Shinya, I love jiu-jitsu and grappling. But Aoki I don't think. And then you got Eddie Alvarez, who's in, I think he'd be in Bellator and Dream. Other guys from a few years back, Joachim Hansen, I don't know where he is. He needs to be in a major promotion because he's a really good fighter. And you got Jay-Z Cavalcante as well. I don't know what's happened to him either. I think he's missing in action somewhere. But yeah, those guys outside the UFC, I think we give probably Tatsuya Kawajiri as well. Maybe, I don't know. Gomi, I don't know, man. I don't know. He's supposed to be fighting Clem Flow soon, so we'll see. But anyway, check me out on thepainpalace.com. Follow me on Twitter with the same username. If anyone wants to send me a t-shirt to rep in the video, because I'm not repping no one today, feel free, holler at me, But anyway, everyone on Twitter, hello. All the Pain Palace crew, Christina, PJ, Ron, anyone else I forgot. What's happening? Anyway, peace. I'll do a prediction sometime soon as well. Peace.